Yo, yo, yo. You know what's going on? It's Dolo Ren. We back at it with my boy Jose. Productive Conversations podcast. You know the vibes. What's going on, Jose?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I got the Christmas lights going in the back. I didn't mention that before when we were talking, but I figured I'd get a little festive. Why not?
Thank you. Getting ready for the festive holidays.
Yeah, I'm just into RGB too. I just like RGB stuff too. So like, yeah, kind of just had to throw that in there. I got the Affliction hat, from back in the day. You know how they used to be sponsored with UFC and all that.
Remember the shitty ass promotion they had
Yo,
that lasted like two fucking cards, like two fucking things, and it was dead. Fucking Fedor ended that shit real fast.
you said an Affliction promotion?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Affliction. They had one of their cards was fucking
Oh, they threw like some fights, like they like hosted
they
some
had
fights.
no, they were trying to go against UFC and they had two they started taking they had Andre Arlovsky versus Fedor was one.
No, I didn't hear about this shit.
Arlovsky was about to be this is when Fedor was first like on that fucking killing winning streak, killing every fucking body.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Arlovsky, I think if I remember, Arlovsky did a flying knee, had
Oh.
him on the break, and then Fedor came back and like a couple of seconds later and knocked his ass out.
Oh, this is like a young Arlovsky then.
Now this is like after UFC done
Oh,
Arlovsky.
oh. I see. I thought you meant on Fedor's first one. I get what you mean. Nah, I didn't hear about this, yo. I got some deep diving to do later on then, cause
And
I,
there was
I
like
just
two
knew them
cards.
as a brand.
Yeah, because they were like a clothing brand. Then they had to deal with fucking UFC, and everybody had a couple of shirts. If you were a UFC fan, you had to have a couple of Affliction shirts.
Word, word.
And then they I guess that partnership fell off, and they started their own. They tried to start their own company. Did like two pay-per-views, and they realized how hard the damn fight game is, and they bounced.
That's nuts, yo. That's nuts.
Hmm.
I know there's like an analogy I can make there, like a business one, but like that's just crazy. Like I really didn't even know about that. But yeah, shit. Nobody really does it like the UFC. It's really hard. That's why we cover it all the time. It's what we really cover. Like it's like I've always explained it as like the Olympus of MMA. Whether you like it or not, is this where the best fighters are in the UFC?
It's
So,
hard for other companies and number two to come in there and take over or try to come on the up and up when kind of UFC already has a stronghold
hmm
on the like today's society and media markets. Like their presence is everywhere. So for someone to come in, even like if you look at fucking what's the promotion right now that has Francis?
oh,
Oh
PFL.
yeah, PFL. Look at PFL. PFL is dying. And
Yeah, I've
PFL
heard
has
about that.
PFL has the backing of Disney. They have an ESPN deal, and they're still dying. They just got no competition.
Yeah.
They don't do it like how UFC does. It. Even though UFC don't make stars, PFL can't make any either because you paid what this crazy ass amount of money for Francis, but who the fuck Francis is fighting? Bunch of nobodies. Like who the fuck's gonna want to watch that? Nobody cares.
Yeah, basically. Like, I mean, people would have watched Francis Ngannou and Jake Paul thing, but he for some weird reason Francis Ngannou denied it. I mean, why would you deny it? I mean, you might as well have took it. If I was him, I would have took that. It's easy money. But
Because
Anthony Joshua took the easy money instead.
Francis is a good brawler, not a boxer. So there could have been a chance where Jake Paul could at least won or go by decision because you also know that this fight is what, 8 rounds?
Yeah, it would have
So
probably been like 8 rounds or some shit.
ain't that
Oh,
what
for
the
this current one, with the Joshua fight?
thing? Joshua is the official rules, but I think it's still 8 rounds.
Oh, damn. It might be 8 rounds. It might be. I mean, for Jake Paul's sake, it should be eight
I mean,
rounds.
I would think it's 8 rounds because this is a short notice fight for this motherfucker. It's what, in a couple of weeks. They just signed the card like 2 weeks ago. So
I mean,
That's,
it's kind of short notice for both of them. It's kind of like how the Conor McGregor and Chad Mendes
oh,
fight.
come on
Like,
now.
like check
Jake
it though.
Paul's,
Like,
God.
it's like Jake Paul's already in training camp, just like Conor McGregor was already in training camp. And then the person coming off the couch is Anthony Joshua, and then the McGregor fight it was Chad Mendes. So like so it's kind of like that, like, but I mean it's still intriguing. Like, but before we get into like I do want to talk a little bit more on that, and
Mhm.
because there's some other
Yeah.
boxing fights, but real quick, it's like I was thinking about the UFC, right? Obviously,
Right.
and before before we get into anything, we're covering UFC 323. We're gonna get into the our main card picks real quick, but before we get into any of that, I was thinking about the UFC, and it's just like it's just in a weird spot right now because like Ilya Taporia is like out because of like some divorce bullshit. Who else is out? Khamzat Chimaev's out because of an injury, even though he was damn near about to fight Ian Gary like a few weeks ago. Um, who else? Uh, we got Tom Aspinall out because of the eye poke. He apparently it's more severe than people were giving it credit to, you know. And then
Mhm.
when you look at the other belt holders, it's like Pereira. He's about to fight John Jones, and like I mean, it's gonna be a fun fight to watch, but that's just kind of weird, you know. It's just a really weird kind of scenario. Merab is just way too dominant. He's fighting Petr Yan again for 323. He already 50-45'd him in the first fight. And this is basically Merab just doing laps around the division. Pantoja, Pantoja's been through some wars, and I give Pantoja a lot of credit. A lot of people don't like him, but I give him a lot of credit. But like, there's not many people for him to really fight. You know, you got Volk. Volk is fighting Diego Lopez, and I still think people want to see Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez. And people should want to see like Volk versus like Evloev Movsar. I mean Movsar Evloev, even though it might not be as like marketable, it's
Right.
Movsar deserves it. I think Movsar deserves that title shot. But it's still a fun fight. But it's just weird. Like then you got Makhachev just going up and making me look bad, making me
Yeah.
look completely
Mhm.
bad, and making JDM in Australia look like dog shit. Like he's too dominant. Who's gonna beat him at 170? Like
Usman?
you think Usman?
Yeah. Usman has a shot. I think he's gonna be the next one to get a title shot too.
Yeah, they were talking about that, and it probably will happen.
Look at the when he fought Usman fought Chimaev. If it was a 5 round fight, Usman would have won. Period.
Oh, Shemaev.
Chimaev, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Chimaev's 5 round fight, Usman would have won. It was slowly the tide was turning in that
yeah.
fight.
It was, it
So
was.
you're telling me he can't beat what's his name? Come on, guys.
But then again, we saw Shemaev's gas. His gas tank definitely improved against DDP, who's like a wrestle heavy kind of guy. That was weird. That was really weird to see DDP get like handled like that, yo. That
Right.
shit was weird. But no, I mean I get it. Like I guess Usman would be like it would be fun to watch. It would be fun to watch, but I don't know, man.
Mm.
I don't know.
UFC's in a tricky spot because now after this, you're after this card, ESPN is done. Thank
Oh
God.
yeah, yeah. That's a good point you're making.
I mean, there's a reason why this card is like the lighter weights. They're just getting the shit into the stick. So nobody watch. Nobody really watched the lighter fighters. So UFC is like, here you guys go. You can have this the very last one.
Oh shit. Nah, yo, that's great perspective that I needed on this whole card. Cause like that is kind of like it does kind of like reflect the state of the UFC right now. It's just in a weird spot, and that is funny as hell. I was thinking like this is like a flyweight affair because you got Pantoja fighting what's his name, Joshua Van, and Brandon Moreno fighting Tatsuro Taira.
Hmm.
A former champ
The
versus
week
with the
you're getting the
current champ.
best fighters, two weakest divisions. Congratulations, everybody. Like, who's gonna pay for this piece of shit card? Knowing that after January 1st, all UFC cards are free. You don't gotta pay only $7 a month for Paramount Plus. And that is it.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. Like, yeah, like no wonder the headlining fight is a fight that we already saw that was lopsided one way. This is like seeing Colby Covington versus Masvidal too, bro.
Yeah, but
I mean, well, I mean, not that
everybody
bad. Not that bad.
everybody wanted part two because everybody wants to see Kobe lose, and everybody loves Masvidal, and they have real beef. I
They
mean,
got
there's no
yeah.
beef with this bullshit card or the next one.
You know what?
So
No, this is a good segue to what I was thinking would like be more beneficial for the UFC. Let's get these grudge matches. If this is just gonna be like some bullshit, right? Some free for all, whatever. Uh,
mhm.
then make it exciting. Like, yo, give us Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez. They hate each other. They absolutely hate each other. Uh, we need Adesanya versus Strickland too. Like they didn't like each other, and like I see that rematch could go like a really like interesting way. Like Paulo Costa versus Khamzat Chimaev. I want to see it, bro. I really want to see it. Uh,
Paulo Paulo Costa. The problem is, but Paulo Costa, his fights are all fake food. He just starts shit on purpose. Like they're not real bad blood. Like bad blood you want. I'm trying to think of a good one. That like Patty Pimblett versus Taporia.
uh-huh.
That's the card every motherfucker wants. This is the reason why Patty's fighting Gaethje now.
That's a little manufactured too, right?
No,
It's
because
not
they
that
had
personal.
beefy. No, it's super personal. If you really do a deep dive, they were hating each other. They had beef before they were like popular.
Oh, I didn't
Either
know.
one were either before either one were popular. This is not like something like two stars are just making some shit up just to get pay-per-view numbers. They really don't like each other. And even this weekend, when they crossed paths, they had to have a whole fleet of fucking security guards to go at it. Like go make sure that nobody goes between these two. They fucking hate each other.
Are you sure you're not well, because I know Arman Sarukian and Taporia ran into each other last fight night, and like
No, it wasn't that. It was just a couple of days ago. It was
oh
on
really,
Twitter.
Patty and
Yeah.
Taporia?
Yeah, he freaking Taporia is not hurt. Taporia is just brokenhearted.
It's weird. It's really stupid, bro. It's like what the fuck, like
I didn't know your divorce has something to do with you fucking fighting. My apologies, but fuck, man, you're the
it is.
world
No, it's
champion.
retarded.
Yeah,
No, but that I'll be honest, Patty and Taporia was gonna be one that I mentioned too. Like I, that's
but
definitely
that's
one.
why. But that's why you have Patty versus fucking Gaethje for the interim title.
And I
Like,
and see, yeah, that it is kind of wild that that fight's happening, but it's a fun fight. At least it's a fun fight.
it's a fun fight for everybody, but it also proves if Patty can. This is for Patty. This is
Yeah,
realistically, this is Patty's breakout. If he can fucking Gaethje's done. Gaethje's hasn't fought in a year. Gaethje's old. He's a fucking battered fucking war veteran in the octagon.
yeah,
Like
basically.
fucking if Patty is what Patty says he is, this fight should be cake. And this fight should show that this is his coming out party. He's gonna be the next fucking sugar,
Hmm.
and you created a new star. That is what the UFC is hoping for.
Man, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, they're kind of they're putting Justin Gaethje on a platter for him.
That or you're there like Gaethje wins, Gaethje get a little nice warm fucking Disney type movie out of it, and then he gets Deporia and Deporia knocked this motherfucker out, and Gaethje, you have a nice life.
Basically. Yeah, basically it wouldn't go
Oh,
no even if he beat Patty, it still wouldn't go no other way. Like Taporia is
I don't know.
sleeping him.
Exactly.
Man, like it's I'm still we're it's, like we're talking like we won't watch it, but we're definitely gonna watch it. Well, I gotta subscribe to Paramount Plus. I don't know about you, but I gotta.
You know why we're watching it? Because it's fucking free. That's why we're watching it.
That's a fact, yo. Man, I can't. like the at least the Patty versus Gaethje fight. I do really want to see that because I do like seeing Patty fight. Even when everyone hated on Patty, I've been a Patty fan. Been loyal to Patty.
Let's,
But
let's be wrong. They hated on Patty because he was a McGregor ripoff, an English version of McGregor. And now they kind of everybody's kind of see this nigga backs it up in his talk. Now he
mhm.
got mad respect. Now everybody wants to see him. So I think he got
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, his popularity's gone up for sure, for sure. But yeah, Paramount Plus, I gotta subscribe. Definitely gotta get that, and hopefully UFC will phase out of this weird position there, and they'll give us some fun fights in the meantime. But we really want to see the divisions move on, and we want to see some more excitement, and not be as stale as it's been, kind of. But other than that, like I don't want to. I do want to get to these main card picks, but we got to talk. I want to talk about this. I have to talk about this.
Mhm.
Adesanya, right?
Right.
It was on X, right? And probably on like his YouTube channel or something, or whenever he was streaming. He got every single pick wrong on the main card for UFC 322, yo. I don't know if you saw that.
I just found out about today.
Bro, it was just really funny. Like he picked every single fight wrong. Like I understand why he picked Dariush. I thought he was gonna win too. That I was wrong. Like Sean Brady was supposed to beat Michael Morales. I don't give a damn what nobody says, yo. But Michael Morales,
Hmm.
yo, he's proving it, man. He's proving it. I'm gonna ignore that that weird video. We don't even got to talk about it. There's like a weird video about Morales and he's like cross dressing. I'll ignore
What
it.
the fuck?
Yeah, I swear, bro. And they're saying it's him too. So it's some weird shit about him. I don't know, but I'll give him his props. He beat the number two guy in the division. Kind of wild. Uh, Even Sean Brady was on a podcast saying that Michael Morales deserves the next title shot. So I don't know. That could be fun, but Makhachev is too dominant.
Yeah, but
And
you also got to really break you saying that because we lost to him. So it makes him look good at the end, don't it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess so. I guess
So
so. Like I mean, yeah, I guess like I do feel kind of bad for Sean Brady, but it is what it is, man. Like you were supposed to win that regardless, bro. You were supposed to just do your thing, but you didn't. Uh, and as far as like the other picks, like yeah, JDM, like yeah, that kind of sucked, seeing him just kind of get dominated like that. But yeah, bro, like it just shows like it's crazy how you could be a former champ and one of the best champions. Like, I've seen Adesanya getting his flowers on X recently. People are starting to recognize like he did have a decent run. Like he at least gave like exciting fights. And he tried to go for the Blachowicz fight. He tried to go for that greatness, but he fell a little bit short. But yeah, it just shows, man. Even a former champ could get some fights wrong. So if you got your parlays, kind of messed up, like my bad, our bad, but it is what it is, bro. Even the best of them kind of lose sometimes. This is kind of
yeah, but
wild.
he's a good fighter. He's not a good fucking gambler now. I'm
Yeah,
not.
there's a
I
difference.
mean, he might be a great fighter. I'm not taking my picks from this motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's like like a fighter could be good at what he does, but he might not be a good coach. Like
Exactly.
look at Manny Pacquiao's son. Did you see his fight, Manny Pacquiao's son?
No, I didn't even know he was fighting.
Yo, he's ass, bro. He's ass, yo. His name is like Jim Well or some weird Philippine shit, like Jamel Pacquiao or some shit. Like he's not that good. Yo. He's like you could see some speed and some potential, but it's like he just started boxing or something. Like, I don't know
Well,
because
I
he's like
mean,
winging shots. He's looking goofy. Oh man,
I'll tell you this right now. Have you ever saw that show on Netflix, Physical 100?
no.
Manny Pacquiao's on it,
What's the
and you
show
got to
about?
it's a competition. Well, this season is a bunch of countries from Asia all go at it. like different sports. Like everybody, like team not Europe, like Team Australia had fucking Robert Whitaker on his team,
Oh,
and a
really?
bunch of different people, right,
Yeah.
that are good at certain sports will be in your team, and you will do competitions and like team competitions, right? And fucking Manny Pacquiao was the captain of fucking team whatever Thailand or wherever the fuck he's from,
Philippines.
Philippines, right? And guess who loses first? Team Philippines. They were out.
Oh, wow.
They they were trash.
What, really?
Yeah, that was bad.
And what was the show again? It's like a game show or some shit?
It's a show it's a Asian show. They have it's called Physical 100. This is the first team. It just came out like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, okay, some new shit.
But like they had other season like Dong Yong Kim was Team Korea.
Oh, wow.
Fucking what's the name? Okani was Team Japan. Whitaker was Team
Okami.
fucking
Yeah.
Whitaker was Team Australia. Then you had fucking guys from One Championship and shit like that are all
Oh,
on the
dang.
show. So like, but then you had bigger skaters and shit like from different other basketball players and shit was on the show. It just everybody was just you were just more focused on the MMA guys because they were the badass.
Word.
Yeah, but Pacquiao sucked dick. He was trash. I would have been so embarrassed.
Damn, yo.
Hmm.
Damn, I gotta check that out, yo. Like, yeah, man. It's it's like a phenomenon right there, yo, where like,
Yep.
you could be like a good athlete and just be ass at everything else. But it is what it is. We're still gonna give y'all predictions and we're still gonna do our thing and we're still gonna call the fights, like I at least, we're at least giving you like, if it's not like if it doesn't end up being the correct pick, it's still like a good analysis. And we're still breaking down these fights for y'all. So, you know, we're gonna keep doing it regardless. But as far as like fights I don't want to predict, like, you know, there's some like we were talking about before we started recording, there's some funny ass boxing matches happening. But Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua being the main one. Uh then you got, the funny thing is Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva are on the undercard of that fight. And Ronda
Yeah. What's the
Rousey
name?
and Katie Taylor are supposed to
Woodley.
fight too.
Woodley was replacing Chris Weidman.
Oh,
It was
really?
supposed to
It was supposed to be Chris Weidman?
Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva. They were supposed to run it back, and he
Oh,
got
I
hurt.
think okay. No, no, I think I did hear about this. And now you're refreshing my memory. I did kind of hear about this. So,
Mhm.
damn, I didn't okay. Well, it's good to see Tyron Woodley back, but I mean, even if he's doing some gimmick ass like boxing match, like whatever. It's good to see Tyron Woodley
Yeah,
didn't completely
yeah,
go into a cave and after that Jake Paul loss. But like, how do you even call fights like that? Like, this is like I just wanted to mention these fights before we get into the picks, but like it's just like this is just really crazy. Like Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, like, like here's the thing with Jake Paul, like I always said if he could give uh like a fight to Better Biev, because when Better Biev was calling him out on Twitter after the Mike Tyson fight, I was like, yo, if he goes one round with Better Biev, he has my respect. Like win or lose, he has my respect if he goes at least one round. So I gotta give that to him against Anthony Joshua. But I just think this is stupid. This is so stupid for Jake Paul, yo. Like I
you have
just
one promoter on TMZ to put $5 million on Jake Paul to win.
oh, well, what's his name? Chris Harvey,
I think it's Chris Harvey.
the
Yeah,
the main
for
guy.
5 mil. For 5 mil.
5 million.
Yep, on TMZ.
He must know something, yo. He must know something. Okay, now this is becoming a conspiracy now. 5 million on Jake Paul against Anthony
Oh, come
Joshua.
on.
Like, there's got to be like, do you think
He's
Jake Paul
seriously
has like a
running. He
chance?
got. Mm, everybody got a box of chance.
He got to punch his chance. Yeah, that's about the only chance he has.
Exactly. But here's my problem. You got, like I said, fucking what's his name hasn't been training. This motherfucker has. He's conditioned already. You expect this motherfucker being conditioned and then still do media because you know the next week it's gonna be all this media shit and fucking what's his name's gonna do it. Wow. Fucking Jake Paul's taking care of it. And at the end of the day, Jake Paul is doing it because of Netflix deal. I get it. He was willing to take get his ass beat because at the end of the day, he knows he's trying to build a relationship with Netflix. This is the reason why he tried to find a fight before. Tank Davis is an innocent man as of right now. He's not guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. He
Hmm.
could have continued the fight, but he chose not to because of public backlash. And plus, he wants to work his deal with Netflix. He already made a good money, took the change with fucking Mike Tyson. He's going to try to do it again now. And he's going to want to do it again in the future. So I get your point of view. Do I think he got a shot at winning? Sure. Everybody do. Do I think he's going to win? Fuck no.
Oh
I
man,
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, no, I couldn't even see that. I mean, shoot, like, you had me scared for a second because I thought you were gonna say Jake Paul would win, but
Jake Paul can win if you want to go like fucking what's his name is not a world beater like he once was.
yeah, but you saw what he just did to Ngannou,
Yeah, but like again, Elgano is a brawler.
and what is
He
Jake
doesn't.
Paul?
Jake Paul is a boxer. Here's the problem. You might not like him, but his style is not to brawl with you. His style is to out counter punch you. And Francis is gonna come at you, and he's gonna fucking stand in the middle of the motherfucking ring. He ain't going side to side. He's willing to go hit for hit with you.
Yeah,
Jake Paul is not.
he's one
Jake Paul is
dimensional.
not doing. Yeah, Jake Paul is not doing that.
Well, I think Jake Paul is pretty one dimensional too, and honestly, that last few rounds against Chavez Jr., that shit was pathetic for Jake Paul. Chavez Jr. was rallying back in the last few rounds, yo.
Well,
But
that's true, but I mean, I get it because he was going against a pure boxer. Chavez might be a fucking dumb fuck in real life outside the ring, but he is a
Chavez
pure
Jr. was
boxer.
not a pure boxer, bro.
Oh, come
Absolutely
on
not.
now. You serious? He's a
Absolutely not.
pokehead. When he's fucking sober, he's a boxer. Come on, he's a former champion now. You guys are disrespecting the guy.
Well, he's not that nice. Like
I
the
didn't
belt.
say he was nice. I say he's a purist. I mean, he's got lineage on there. He got blood. His blood is in boxing. This motherfucker knows how to box. He's just a shithead.
Like, here's the thing. Like, after I saw the Sergio Martinez fight, and mind you, Sergio Martinez is an all time great boxer,
Yeah,
and
I'm
he
about to
doesn't get
say I'm
enough
waiting for
credit.
you to shit on him. Go ahead.
No, like he lost 11 rounds. Like he didn't
Okay.
even look. Like even Freddie Roach had a problem with Chavez Jr. Like
You're
Chavez Jr. was
again,
not like one of these
I
guys that
I
was like a world beater.
I agree with you. And that's not because he can't be. It's because of his outside little experimentations he be handling. He didn't take the fight world seriously. He felt like it was owned to him because of who his
He
father
had all the
is.
gifts. You're right. He had all the
Yeah,
gifts. He had all
if
the
you
physical gifts.
that's one if he could
Not
have honed
boxing
it.
IQ, but physical and
Yeah,
like
well,
decent speed and power.
here's the thing. For a shithead that he is, and this is where I say he does have it when he wants it and once he wants to show it. For a shithead he is, the coked up steroid motherfucking fucking prostitutes all day type of fucking person and don't train for shit. He didn't do too bad compared to most people.
Okay.
So if he put his shit together and had his shit together, he could have been something. But let's be real honest. When your father is probably one of the greatest fucking Mexican fighters in the goddamn world has ever seen, the pressure on you just became intensified, and he couldn't handle the pressure. He likes the lifestyle. He loves the fucking fast life in Mexico, and it fucking shown. And that's why he's with fucking El Chapo fucking in jail somewhere, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he got deported or some shit.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just he
No,
could have
I
became something, but
honestly, you're not even completely wrong, but it's like I think you're also overlooking the fact that like Anthony Joshua has faced Andy Ruiz, beat him in a rematch.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
I love how you
the
just said
Usyk
that.
fights, the Usyk fights. Usyk is
Re-
one of the greatest heavyweights of all
to
time.
hold on to my audience out there. You love how he said Andy Louise the second time. He did not mention the first time. Why? Because he got knocked the fuck out
He
by a
did get
fat
knocked out. Nah,
motherfucker.
nah, nah, nah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Nah,
so
right. He got knocked
when I
out.
say a fat motherfucker can do it, Jake Paul can do it too.
All right,
Just
now he
saying.
disrespected Andy Ruiz.
Just saying. And we ain't shit. Let's be fucking real honest.
Okay,
He's
forget Andy. Okay,
fucking.
nah.
That's the worst case. He's a one fucking fight. Let's get this right. He won as a fat motherfucker. Took the title from him. Got a little skinny. But you would think he keeps that weight off and took his shit seriously. No, he gained that fucking weight back before fight number two and
Yeah,
got fucking rocked.
he wasn't in shape for the rematch. He wasn't
Hell
in shape
no.
for the rematch. You're
And then
right.
he tried to get skinny again, and it was a wrap. His career is fucking over. Nobody's clamming. They can't wait to see an Andy Ruiz fight.
Well, yeah, okay, I get it, I get it. And even the fight with Chris Arreola was like
Yeah.
that's kind of a stupid fight. But like but I mean, the man Joshua fought Usyk, bro, like twice. He has like world level experience that Jake Paul just does not have.
Homie, I agree with you.
And he's big.
But how long was that Usyk fight, y'all?
And when does Jake Paul fight at what'd you say?
How long was that Usyk fight?
A little while ago, a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
But a few years is better than never. Like, but like, yeah, like also Jake Paul doesn't fight at disadvantages for the most part, and he's at a disadvantage now. That's something to consider as well. He actually puts like I give him credit. I give him credit for doing it, but like he's at a massive disadvantage. Like,
It was a really massive.
yes, physically he's a lot taller,
Oh,
lot
okay,
bigger.
again, taller, bigger.
I would say
He's not
better
faster.
technique. He has better technique. He's been through 12-round fights with some of the greatest. He's better, on paper and probably in real life. We got to see the fight still. And I'm acting like it's ridiculous. And I said I wasn't gonna break it down, but we did kind of break it down, which is funny.
Mhm.
I will put that in the timestamp. But I'm still gonna watch it, but I just I feel like you can't put no 5 million on Jake Paul unless you know something we don't.
Listen, I would love to know, dude. Anyway, we can find out how much 5 million gives us if we put money on Jake Paul. If that motherfucker probably got the money, he ain't giving a shit.
Yo, how do you find it? You'd have to go to a casino. I don't even think you could do that on FanDuel.
I don't know.
You'd have to go straight to the casino, like or something, bro. I don't
Now
think
you
that
can do it online.
you can.
I would assume so. If you have the money in your account, why not?
All right, let's take a few minutes to try that. Let's take a few minutes to try that. Because now I'm intrigued. Now I kind of want to know what 5 million gets if you bet it on Jake Paul. And I bet you he's the underdog for once.
Oh, we know that.
For
Heavy.
sure, he's the underdog. Yo, if he knocks out Anthony Joshua in I might stop watching boxing. Yo, I swear to God, yo. You heard it first. If Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, I stop watching boxing, bro.
This show become pure MMA from now
Damn,
on.
he's a plus 700. I'm almost afraid to see how much money this is.
Oh, it's easy. 700 times five. What is it? Was it
This shit is 35 million,
35?
yo.
Yeah, it's 35 mil.
Oh my God, yo. That's good luck
35
to
mil,
you.
kid.
Good luck to you, Chris Harvey or whoever from TMZ put that down. It's not Dave Portnoy, is it? You
No,
sure?
hell no. They
Yeah, I
no
know.
fun.
I'm just making sure because like I be getting them confused. So I don't know if anyone else does,
Nah,
but
if it was him, I would have said it was him.
man, well, good luck, yo, whoever did that. But yeah, damn, I'm almost at a loss for words for that. I guess the only thing we can do now is get into the event, bro.
Yep,
Um,
let's do it.
UFC 323. Let's start from the bottom up. We're gonna start with Blachowicz versus Guskov. Uh, I'm gonna pull up their stats and their records, and this time I got it zoomed in too, so everyone can see it a little better. But Jan Blachowicz is ranked number five, right? Um,
Mhm.
Bogdan Guskov is ranked number 11, and honestly, we all kind of like sorry. We all kind of understand like, Blachowicz history, if you've been uh watching the sport long enough. But I'm just gonna go to his stats real quick. I think it's over here. Oh, whoop. Hold
Kind
on.
of have
Oh,
a
there you
feeling that
go.
he's been inactive for a while.
Honestly, he lost to Carlos Ulberg back in March, from what we could see here. Um, and Carlos Ulberg has been on a run. I think we were talking about it last time, potentially facing Perea, but I think you were like, nah, fuck that, John Jones. Uh,
Mhm.
which is I get it, yeah, but yeah, he lost to Carlos Ulberg recently. That's a young guy, and this is part of like what goes into why I'm gonna make the pick I'm gonna make. But Blachowicz, he's had a storied run. He's fought a lot of people, fucking Adesanya, Reyes, Corey Anderson. Somebody's calling me. I'm not picking that up.
Hmm.
Jakari Souza, Luke Rockhold, Thiago Santos. God damn, he really has fought a lot of people. Glover Teixeira.
Yeah,
Uh,
but who? You talking about with Don Bova, whatever his name is?
no, we're starting with Blachowicz.
Yeah, Blackwood. Sorry, thank
I'm
you.
gonna get to let me see. Hold on. Yeah, that's Bogdan's right there, but I just want to focus real quick on Blachowicz.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
this is the number five guy. He went all 5 rounds with Padea. He couldn't really take Padea down. Um, oh no, he got like 3 takedowns on Padea, but he got right back up. Uh, yeah, like this even with Ankalaev, that was a pretty close fight. That was a split decision. As you can see, he's been through some a unanimous decision. His past 2 losses were a unanimous decision and split decision loss, and before that, with Ankalaev, it was a draw. We're talking about a guy that's like someone that's always competitive, someone that's always in the mix, and is really hasn't had that. Well, he's currently going through a fall off, I think, but you know he
It's
hasn't
interesting
fallen
you
off
say that.
completely. He hasn't
He's
fallen
going
off
through.
completely. He's 42.
Yeah, but look who had. All right, look at his last three fights.
Allberg, Pereira, Ankalaev. That's
Okay,
elite. That's
the
elite
top, yeah,
competition.
top three, and he stood with all of them.
Well, he lost. He lost the
He
last
lost,
two.
he lost, but he lost by split decision. Like he didn't get smoked.
They were competitive. Yeah, they were competitive.
Every one of them. And you're about to try to tell me the number 11th ranked man is gonna come in there and smoke him.
Well, we can just look at him right now. This is Bogdan Guskov.
Yes,
I don't know what
Bogdan.
this nickname here is. Saravich. I'm cool. I don't know what that means. Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's like that much more impressive. I'm more so I was more so looking at like not just the age. He's about like 9 years younger, born in 1992. Uh,
Hmm.
but so far he's he lost to Volkan Ozdemir when back in 2023. Not the greatest look on his record, but then after that he goes on like 4 win spree with like 3 KOs, and one is like a guillotine choke submission. Even though the
Hmm.
guy, when you look up here, he really doesn't, his takedown average is 0. You know what I mean? He really doesn't even do takedowns, but he's still knowledgeable enough on the ground to pull off a guillotine choke against some like minuscule talent, probably, but still impressive. Just the fact that he's had like such a good run so far. This is a
Yeah.
big test for him, and I understand, why you might think that Guskov couldn't pull it off. But I just think that, based off recent performances and this guy, and I did see some of Guskov. I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but he has like a crazy highlight reel video with like where he's like knocking mad people out in other promotions and stuff. So, you know, I guess as far
Yeah,
as the
you
UFC,
know,
he just got it's a
you
ride.
realize I could do the same thing for Michael Chandler and other promotions. You know that, right?
Yeah, but at least Michael Chandler beat Dan Hooker. Like, like
Yeah,
this
I
this
love how
could
I,
be this could be a Guskov's Dan Hooker right here. You know what I
oh,
mean? Because
you're
Blachowicz is kind of
crazy.
on he's kind of on a Dan Hooker run right here. Past five fights, he
Has he
won one
ever?
in
Okay,
five. He's 1-4 in the past five.
has he? Okay, let me ask you a question. Has this guy fought in the main card? And any this is this his first time on the main card?
I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah, let's go with John, whatever his name is, Błachowicz. Everybody, let's put him on your parlay pool right now because he's a former champion. He's more crafty. He can stand and bang. Shit goes down. If he's feeling the top game, he's gonna bring him down. And homeboy still don't look like he got a ground game at all. So if shit's falling on the feet, he's gonna bring him down. He's champion smart. He can go 5 rounds, so cardio shouldn't be an issue for him. So I
Oh
just
man.
smart money. Smart money is going with what's needed. Go always go with the champ.
Yeah, no, yeah, it probably is smart money, but I'm not about that. I'm about
Nice.
like predicting destiny, predicting fate, predicting
If
the
that was
uprise of
true,
a
if
new star.
cool. If that was true, you should be predicting the lotto too, then, because if that shit don't work, come on,
Nah, the
homie.
lotto don't work. The lotto don't work. Nah, it definitely don't work. But
It's not.
Guskov
It's
can knock this 42-year-old Blachowicz that's 1-4 since 2021
yeah,
and
but one in
really hasn't
four,
fought that much.
1 in 4 against top contenders. If it was 1 in 4 with a bunch of nobodies, the ninth ranked fighter, you have something.
Then at the very
Either
least, you'd have to concede it to be a decent fight against Guskov.
I think either one someone's getting knocked out. I either think it's someone. I either think I think your boy's gonna win by knock. It's gonna if he's winning, he's winning by knockout.
I
And
think
if
so too.
I and then I think the former champ either going to win by decision or submission, because I do think he's going to take him to the ground. I do think he might not. The what's the name might be too fast for him. Can't fight. Can't strike with him. I'm going to bring him down to the ground. That's how I think he does it, and then that's how I think he's going to win by decision or submission.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that, with Blachowicz experience and, the fact he's been there so many times against the best guys. Uh, I understand that's what makes him like the favorite. I think Guskov has the momentum though, and I think Guskov can just if he were to ever beat Blachowicz and if he ever has a chance in hell and being in the top of this division, he has to like he has to at least get like a unanimous against Blachowicz. It can't be a close fight if he's gonna win it. But I think he's gonna bring some tenacity, and I think he could handle himself on the ground. But then again, this is a big level up for him. And yeah, I'm still gonna go with the underdog Guskov. I think he can hurt this dude at 42 years old.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I'm not gonna lie, you did make some good points, but I just I'm
Follow
just
your heart, kid.
I'm going off recent performances. I got to.
Get it.
So the next one, right? Henry Cejudo. This is bantamweight. Bantamweight.
Mm.
Henry Cejudo, ranked number 10, versus Payton Talbott, Frank Ocean's boyfriend, ranked number 28. This is a weird fight. I don't even understand why this fight is happening. Um, I think Talbot, like, I guess we could look at their stats again real quick, but I'm pretty sure Talbot is lost to some other guys. Cejudo hasn't really been active. He's like on a podcast now with like Kamaru Usman. Uh, uh, Oh, real quick, yeah, Kamaru Usman versus Bilal Muhammad. I want to see that too. Just wanted to throw that in there. We got to see that because there's a beef there.
I
Um,
do not want to see that, but go ahead.
it's there's a beef there, yo.
Was
But
them?
yeah. Apparently they threw hands on the podcast, but it wasn't like they're not releasing the footage. Uh, I
Oh,
don't know. Yeah,
damn.
they threw hands. That's what Henry Cejudo said. They threw hands on the podcast, but they won't release the footage. So maybe either it's a lie or they really didn't. They're just not releasing it. But either way, yeah, this is an old Henry Cejudo. Now I know now I'm gonna contradict myself. I tend to do this sometimes, but I also tend to be right a lot. So
Okay.
so we're gonna share the screen again, and I'm gonna show you the age gap between Henry Cejudo and Payton Talbott. Now, when you see this, you're just gonna be like, "Wow." All right, Payton Talbott, born in. Can I move this? Sorry. Payton Talbott, born in 1998. That makes him 27, right? That makes him 27.
Hmm.
Henry Cejudo, born in 1987.
All
Three.
right, 80 babies. Let's go.
Facts though. Facts though. That man is still, he can still bang. 38 years old, yo.
Right?
11 fucking years older than Peyton Talbot, Frank
Okay.
Ocean's boyfriend. Um
Alleged.
also
Alleged. Let's make sure we say
oh
alleged.
right. That's yeah, allegedly. You're right. You're right. It's not a fact. But
We don't want him in the gay community to come at us. So,
yo, that would
yes.
be bad, yo. That would be bad. But shoot. Another gap is their height, bro. 5'10", Peyton Talbot, 5'10". And Henry Cejudo, obviously we all know he's very short.
Look.
Five foot
Yep.
four is mad short though. That's wild short, yo.
Right.
But like,
Definitely.
I mean, the reach too, like 6-inch reach advantage on Henry Cejudo. Uh, if we look at the strikes landed per minute, Peyton Talbot lands 6.05 strikes landed per minute. Um, Decent takedown defense is 76%, which is actually dead even with Henry Cejudo. But obviously, there's a large quality difference when you look at their records, right?
Hmm.
You beat
Obviously.
Felipe Lima, and then you lost to Raoni Barcelos. My apologies, I don't know much about Barcelos. I haven't watched him fight too much, but it's weird that Peyton Talbot would get a shot at a number 10 ranked guy like Henry Cejudo, former double champ,
Yeah, but
Olympic
the
gold
former,
medalist.
but you're seeing it wrong. You're seeing Henry Cejudo is not going after championships. He's a gatekeeper. So it's a
Man,
perfect. It makes sense for him to fight him in the sense that he either a Taba can establish that he is a player in this game, can be deserving of a top 10 ranking, or he's not going to cut it if he can't get past Henry, which then Henry can keep going the way he keep going. Listen, Henry, let's be real honest about Henry's career. He fucked up by choosing to retire, thinking he can get more money from the
yeah,
UFC.
he messed up that night.
He fucked up hard by double champion and just let it go.
Beat Dominic
And
Cruz decisively, quickly.
the UFC tell him to go fuck himself because they were not making no deal. And now he's fighting guys, Frank Ocean's alleged boyfriend now. Congratulations.
That is a fall off, yo. That's a under talked about point right there. Like, yeah, we'll get back to that. We will get back to that. But like,
You also realize by one last point, this is during COVID where everybody was paying for pay-per-views because they nobody wanted to stay fucking home. So how much pay-per-view points this motherfucker lost on top of that?
damn, that's deep, yo. I didn't even think about the pay-per-view points he missed out on.
Millions.
You know,
Millions.
I
Homie, done.
yeah, yo, he did. That is a fall off from grace. But like, I was kind of fixated on turning your logic against you that you
Go
use
ahead.
for Blachowicz, right? For me,
You can try that.
like so, or it might actually go with your point to be honest. Because this is something similar. If you see his past three losses, it was to Song Yadong, Merab Dvalishvili, Aljo. So okay, this actually no. You didn't contradict yourself at all. That's my bad. You're being consistent in how you pick things.
Hmm.
Because I know you picked Blachowicz, and Blachowicz is on like a loss streak, and but the quality opponents are there. Quality opponents are there. But
Yeah, but if you look
oh wait,
at
no,
like
no, 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 no. My bad, my bad. I'm confusing
Henry,
myself because I'm the one
Henry,
picking Henry Cejudo.
yeah, Henry. The problem with you with Henry Cejudo, Henry, those are decisive losses. Błachowicz is not decisive. They're split decisions and decision losses. That's it. Henry is decisive. That he got his ass smoked. Period.
Well, all
Like I
right.
said, the
Against
problem.
Merab, the GOAT of bantamweight, right?
Well, I give you this. I give you this. You put it in Henry Cejudo because you need a name on this shit card. You're gonna get Henry Cejudo. If you're gonna get him and you're gonna put Tablet, whatever his name is, fucking in there because you obviously he has the reach, he has the height. There's a differential. I don't know his takedown game. I mean, he took down Frank Ocean, so I assume it's pretty good.
Yo,
So,
I'm about to stop the call, yo. I'm about to end
so
the meeting. Nah, I'm kidding.
So, so for me, I mean, let's be real honest. So you got some kind of takedown defense. He ain't gonna let anybody get on, just let anybody get on top of him. You know what I mean? So, in my eyes, that's why I'm picking him. He's faster. He's younger. He's probably got more stamina. He's got reach. Come on now, like
Nah, yo, hold on. You just used his ability to handle Frank Ocean's takedowns to justify your pick for him against the triple cringe. Come on, bro.
he ain't the triple cringe no more. He's not cringy at all no more. He's not the same. He hasn't been that motherfucking year since he dropped them two titles. He's never been the same again.
Man, that man, his ass is still cringy, yo.
Well, I mean, like, in some aspect, he tries to be. I guess that's the cringy part. But mother, but like this nigga is not what he used to be.
Yo, that's wild.
He's
He fell off and got rid of the cringe.
like homie. If you look at him since he came back, they just used him as a stepping stool for every newcomer.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you, I think his first title. I mean, first time back, got the title shot, guys ass whooped. He's like, you know what, you're done. Thanks. You can fight these young cats, which he has, and they all smoked him. So
Yeah, losing the Song Yadong is kind of a doesn't look too good for a former Olympic gold medalist. But then again, that's the accolades that I'm putting into factor here. And you know, uh, even though Henry's the older fighter here, and I think the younger fighter is gonna beat Blachowicz, I just think Henry's experience here is gonna outshine anything Payton Talbott could bring. I know Payton Talbott, like they were kind of like, I think they were kind of brewing up like Sean O'Malley versus Payton Talbott rivalry at some point because they were comparing him to Sean O'Malley a little bit with the striking, the flashiness and him being young and being Frank Ocean's alleged boyfriend. There was something there with like Sean O'Malley and him could have met sometime down the road, but I just if it hasn't happened yet, then I just don't think that could be something. If he does beat Cejudo, that could be something they could plan. O'Malley versus Talbot, but
that you're total. That's him being fucking uh, Henry Cejudo is not gonna give you fucking Sean. No way, no
who's
how.
Sean gonna fight? He could fight. Okay, Song. Oh, he's fighting Song Yadong. Yeah, I'm
He is
tripping. He's
fighting. He
fighting
is
Song
fighting.
Yadong.
Yeah, but it's so stupid because if he gets that, like, he ain't dumbass needs to get out there. He's not gonna get. He's not gonna get that title. No way he's gonna ever get that title again.
I'll concede and say both of these fighters need to get out the division. I don't think Talbot is that nice, yo. Like that's kind of what I'm
Well,
trying to say here.
he's
I don't think he's
not.
that nice.
I mean, he's not. But he does have name recognition for who he's with and allegedly with, and they're gonna use that.
And it's not gonna do nothing against Cejudo. I think Cejudo's gonna, because the height advantage and the reach advantage that Talbot has, you could throw that shit in the garbage. Because Henry Cejudo has always had that. You know, he's always been at a disadvantage in
You're
that
right,
realm.
but he's not. He's 42. He's 40 something years old.
No, he's 38.
30. All right, 38. Sorry. Same shit. 2 years.
The age gap is a lot more, but I just don't see what Payton can bring to the table except for some flashy striking. But Cejudo's just gonna die for the legs, and he might do like some weird leg kicks or something, like throwing some little weird strikes just to kind of
He is
mix it
not as
up.
strong. Like
Neither are strong. I think this is a good fight for Cejudo to win, yo. I really do. I don't think like I know what they're trying to do, and maybe you're right as far as the refs and the judges leaning more towards Talbot. You probably see Dana White talking in their ear like, "Yo, make sure Talbot wins this." Like, that could be something brewing up. But as far as competition wise, it's no way, yo. It's just I don't see it, yo. I see Cejudo getting a unanimous decision. Easy one, a good win to talk about and brag about. Well, not really that good of a win because he's beating a number 28 ranked guy. He could go talk about it on a Kamaru Usman podcast. And
he's ranked 28.
Peyton Talbot is ranked number 28.
What the fuck is he doing on the main card?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, and that's why I think they would give him Sean O'Malley, after
Even but the
this.
betting odds even got him as a favorite.
That's weird, yo. They do? Peyton's the favorite?
Yeah, Taba's the favorite,
Huh.
and it's by almost by 250.
That's weird, yo. Like, I guess, they see him as a younger fighter, and Cejudo, like you said, Cejudo's basically a gatekeeper, which I agree. But that is weird. I didn't think he'd be that much of a favorite. But what you think? How do you think Talbot could win? Like KO or decision?
Either gonna be a decision by KO. I mean, even when I was doing my picks, my parlay, 80% of people got Talbot over Henry.
Wow.
So we're missing something about this guy.
Yo,
Frank
he's really
Ocean's
fought nobody. Like he's nice on the feet, but that's like,
well, Frank Ocean's
uh,
seeing something we don't. More ways than
yeah,
one, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. They got some training regimen. I don't know, man. That's beyond me. But all right, that's fair, I guess. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna stick with Cejudo. I'll be honest. Like you got a point with Blachowicz and Guskov. I see that point.
Yeah, I love how we just went the opposite way.
Yeah, yeah,
It
I
just,
know.
we just flipped. Yeah.
I know, but like it's Cejudo, man. I like Khabib said something and I always remembered it. Um, and even in general, like when you think about like Olympic medalists, like Khabib said, the best accolade to have in combat sports is the gold medal. Henry has that, and that will always mean something for me, at least.
I know
Just in
I
my
get
mind.
that. Listen, I got a gold medal in high school too. So I mean I got it.
Yo, Jose's an Olympian.
Yeah, Olympic gold high school medalist.
Yeah, I
So
feel like you'd be
I
doing
get it.
shot put. I feel like you'd be nice at shot put.
I wish I probably would be too, but nah.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah. By the way, since you said what's his name? What a douchebag he is, huh?
Oh, what did I mention again?
Mr. Russia, I forgot his name already.
Oh, Khabib.
Khabib, there
Oh
you
yeah, the scam.
that,
Yeah.
that little dirt dipshit just made $4 million off y'all dumb motherfuckers for going for it. Congratulations.
Yo, imagine Telegram goes under in like a few years, and then you can't keep those papaka memes or whatever emojis or whatever the hell that was. That shit was weird,
So
yo.
yeah, he's stupid as fuck. We know what he did. Because the minute it went out, the next day started taking everything down. So he knew what the fuck he was doing. Or someone told him,
See, there's a thing in like Muslim culture where they can't I forgot the term for it, but they can't make investments. It's haram to to make investments that gain interest over time. I forgot what they call it. They call it
Homie,
something.
it's not. Yeah, it's called fucking cheating the motherfuckers. Because this
No,
nigga ain't doing because this nigga did a fucking uh, pump and dump. Everybody knows that's what he did.
which is worse than investing into something that gains interest over time. Which is
So
why you're right, yo. Khabib is on some bullshit with that, yo. Because like even like that's not better to do a pump and dump over whatever the hell that what I mean.
well,
That's just
that's
really bad. Like
that's what he did. So all y'all fans out there, Khabib's the greatest. Khabib's the greatest. Y'all got fucked by him. Congratulations.
yeah, facts. Yo, too bad for that, yo. Too bad for
Hmm.
that. But man, I'm gonna stick with my pick there for Cejudo. But this fight next that we're gonna talk about, this one I actually did some. I mean, I do good analysis for as much fights as I can. I try to download as much data as I can.
Hmm.
But for Brandon Moreno, who's ranked number 2 at flyweight, and Tatsuro Taira, ranked number 5, right, at
And
flyweight.
the favorite, by the way.
Who, Taira? He's a favorite,
Yeah, he's the favorite.
as he should be, as he should be.
Really?
I think so. But then again, I had to do like a quick dive on them, and because I haven't watched too much of the flyweights. I'll just be completely honest, I haven't.
Don't you worry.
But
No, nobody does.
right, yo, but I'll be honest, like seeing Brandon Moreno, like seeing him fight Pantoja won, and then 5 years later, being the champion and fighting Pantoja, the difference, like Brandon Moreno has improved so much from when he first started to where he is now. And that's kind of why it's a little unfair to look back sometimes too far into somebody's record and be like, "Oh, but 10 fights ago, he lost to this guy." Like that was 10 fights ago. He's a different fighter now. Like it happens, And Brandon Moreno, like watching his fights, like man, versus Pantoja, Royval, like really incredible fighter. Brandon Moreno is like a really I really he's that like the perfect like Mexican MMA fighter, bro. Cause he'll get hit, he'll take some hits, but
Right?
every time he kind of has like that Dan Hooker kind of dog in him, where the more he gets hit, the more he wants to fight.
What way to
And
disrespect them now, huh? Dan
right, yo,
Hooker.
that is kind of disrespectful. Hey, Dan Hooker's like he was ranked pretty high recently, but either
Yeah,
way,
but
Brandon Moreno's a better fighter.
better for way better fighter. I think the thing where people underestimate Marino is that his heart, his game, and like is something you can't kind of predict because this nigga will go battle all 5 rounds with you.
Yeah.
And it's like realistically, there's not haven't been a fight where he hasn't gone all 5 rounds.
Oh,
Like there's
absolutely.
no slowing him down. So that's why I chose him. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about him, the other guy, to be honest with
Tatsuro.
you. But yeah, for me, it's like I can't picture anybody that has a bigger heart than Brandon. So for me, just on that, he's gonna have to be like a world beater on him for me to convince me that Brandon doesn't have a chance and could win this.
Yo, this is like, and honestly, Brandon Moreno, and I'm surprised he's the underdog because he should be. I even wrote in my notes. Sometimes I look off to my notes to see some things I
Hmm.
write. Like, even in my notes, I wrote while watching his fights, like, bro, like, on paper, he should win. Absolutely, he should win. And this is where my analysis brain kind of comes in. Because, there's so many good things that Brandon Moreno does, right? Like
Hmm.
he's a lot smarter than just an average like Mexican boxer. Like, he's not no fucking well, I'm comparing him to boxers, but he's not no dummy like fucking Brandon Rios. The
Right,
two different Brandons right there, Brandon Moreno and Brandon Rios. Both
right.
tough, but one is a fucking retard and Brandon Moreno's a G. So like yeah, And shout out to Brandon Rios. Like I respect him as a fighter. I'm just talking shit. But either way, Brandon Moreno,
No.
like he does like when he's standing up with you, like he'll go to your weak side. I noticed that a lot. He does that to almost everybody. He'll circle off to your weak side and then he'll circle back into your stronger side just to land like a strong kick to the stomach, like the same kind of kick he took Kai Kara France out with in their rematch. And and like he'll stay on your weak side. He'll make you work for that. He'll make you work for it, and he'll make it a hard fight for you, just on that end. And that makes
Mhm.
up for some of his like he's not like the flashiest kind of fighter, but that just his movement, his footwork makes up for a lot of that. And he's fast. Like when he does pick his shots, he picks them well. He picks
Right.
them very well. And and the thing with him is that he's either gonna pick a shot or he's gonna pick a takedown. It's not like where Makhachev, where he's kind of buttering you up and trying to get you into a lull, like how he did
Right.
against JDM. He gets you into
Hmm.
that lull, and then like when you're like tranced, when you're entranced in it, like boom, he just goes for the takedown, and then you're done. He gets you at half guard, full guard, however long he wants to, and he's gonna keep you
Right.
there. With Brandon Moreno, he could throw a shot, a punch, a kick, or just take you down, but he'll get right back up with you and mix it up with you. Like really good fighter, yo. And 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 I was looking at Tatsuro Taira. You know, we're looking at Brandon Moreno, who's a tough Mexican dude, and we're looking at Tatsuro Taira, who I believe is 17-1. We could look at it right now. I think it's a good time to do that. Tatsuro Taira, let's see where he is. Sorry, I'm looking for it. I know I got it somewhere. Okay. So Tatsuro Taira, uh 17-1, right? 17-1. Uh uh it's more of like a like you could see like in his stats, like it's mixed up with striking and takedowns. Like he has like three takedown averages, I think that's around maybe. But the striking is there. It's all like balanced, it's like balanced stats right here.
Right.
And and the guy like you can see that he even in his results they're kind of like he's a creative guy. Like back in 2022 he got an arm bar against some guy named CJ Vergara, and then next fight was a win with a triangle arm bar, then a unanimous, then a KO with the punches. Carlos Hernandez, that was a really good fight. Like and I'll talk about that more in a second. But a good KO against Perez, a neck crank against another I think Korean fighter in Hyung Sung Park, a guy that was being talked about a lot. You know,
Yeah,
he
then his career fell off.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Like and the loss to Brandon Royval, even that loss was a good fight. Even that loss was a good fight. If you
Hmm.
see that the difference in the striking, like Brandon Royval was lighting this dude up, yo, 124 strikes. 124 strikes compared to 42. Tatsuro was keeping that one on the ground because and that's that Japanese efficiency right there, because that's like his intelligence working. Like he's a smart fighter when you watch him fight. And Tatsuro Taira,
Right.
he's a strong fighter. He's not like the greatest at striking, but he's very willing to keep it on the ground or keep it upstairs, and when he's on the ground, he's just transitioning like one position to another, just constantly, and he's fishing for that submission. He's hungry and he's strong. Like from seeing Tatsuro Taira's fights, I became a pretty damn decent fan, and I guess his nickname is the best, but he has yet to prove that. As far
True.
as Brandon Moreno, we already know what he's proven. Like, yo, his record is crazy, yo. Like Pantoja, Sergio Pettis, uh, Kai Kara France, Brandon Royval, beat Brandon Royval. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Davison Figueiredo 4 times in his career. He fought Figueiredo 4 times, and the first one was a draw. Second one was a win, then a loss, then a win. He's up 2-1 against Davison Figueiredo, basically.
Those
But
fights are amazing too.
yeah, and I got some catching up to do because I haven't seen all four to be honest. But I saw enough to download some data. Like, but yeah, and then then the rematch of Pantoja, he lost that one, and then lost his belt. Then lost to Brandon Royval in the rematch, but beat Steve Ursig recently. Like this man, and then if you look at him, like you were saying, like this guy goes like Brandon Moreno's gas tank. He's gonna go all five with you or all three, however
Mm-hmm.
long it takes. His past four fights were two wins, two losses, but all of them went 5 rounds. Like
Right.
Brandon Moreno is ready. Brandon Moreno is ready for anything that could come to him. And I'm honestly like bigger on Brandon Moreno as a fighter, like complete like altogether. Because Tatsuro
Right.
still has, he still has a lot to prove. But what I like from Tatsuro and what I see from Brandon Moreno is that Brandon Moreno kind of sticks his I was analyzing it and seeing little things. Like he
Mm-hmm.
sticks his chin out a lot. Brandon Moreno, he sticks
Right.
that chin out a lot, and he does get hit, and he can withstand the storm. But Tatsuro, he throws a lot of when he does strike, he throws uppercuts. And so it's how he kind of got what's his name Carlos Hernandez out of there. He started out with an uppercut and then a hook and then a right, and then just put him down and ground pounded him and finished it. And I can see, Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno had some trouble, with Royval recently. And, even with Kai Kara France in the second fight, he was having trouble with Kai Kara France's movement and, his punch selection. And, Kai Kara France was doing pretty damn good in that second fight until Moreno timed. And that's another thing with Moreno. He could time the shots very well. He timed that liver kick perfectly, got Kai Kara France out of there. And that timing, I don't think it's gonna work against Tatsuro Taira because Tatsuro will see what's coming. He's a smart fighter,
Right.
and he's gonna go for that takedown. Tatsuro's gonna go for the takedown, and Brandon Moreno, he's very dangerous on his back, and that's gonna be trouble for Tatsuro because Brandon Moreno's gonna be trying to, how they try to elbow you from their back and try to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be fucking Tatsuro up in that position at first, and if Tatsuro can get through that, if he could get through that, get close to him and then, try to transition into another position, he could outmaneuver that and, not get too hurt there. But then again, that's where it gets tricky because this really is a pick 'em fight. You know, I don't think Tatsuro should be really the underdog on paper.
Do
Um,
not
I mean the overdog, whatever, the favorite.
favorite.
But I do see. I guess they're seeing what I'm seeing because I do think Tatsuro could use his strength and his knowledge on the ground, and the strength in his striking I think could make a difference. Where Kai Kara France was strong, but I think Tatsuro is stronger,
Right.
and it's really going to be one of them technical fights, and I think Tatsuro can make a name here. Brandon Moreno, this is going to be like another class. I think it's going to be another like classic performance from Brandon Moreno, but
Fight of
I
the night.
Yo, it has potential. It has potential. Cause it's either gonna be that or shit. It might be Pantoja Van. That could be fight of the night too, which we'll get
I
into
don't
next.
know.
But
Yeah.
and I know I
I don't
gave a
know.
long-winded description of this, but like I love this shit, bro. And this is just kind of what I've seen. And I think Tatsuro Taira can really make a difference with his strength and his IQ on the ground. And I think Tatsuro can win. Sorry, I just had it up here. Yeah, I think I think he's gonna get a unanimous decision because I think Brandon Moreno is just well adjusted for all them rounds, and I think he could ride it out. I don't think this is gonna be a level up for Tatsuro Taira. I don't think he'll pull off the submissions that he thinks he's gonna pull off.
Right.
It'll go all five, and I think he'll be dominant throughout all of that, all of those 5 rounds.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know I was
Yeah.
long winded about that. My bad, but
No, I mean you made very valid points. I will give you that. Um, I am just gonna I just again I just think the stat for stat what you just gave makes total sense, but I just think the one stat we can't calculate is heart, and I do think Brendan has more and can get it done.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, he's proven to have more heart for sure. He's been through them battles, and just the guys he's fought is just crazy, yo. So
Right.
this is probably gonna be fight of the night because Brandon Moreno is usually fight of the night anyway. But it's gonna
That
be a good one,
one,
bro.
from where Oddsmaker got it, it's evenly matched. So
Man, it's gonna be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one. But I think Pantoja. So the next one we'll get into is Pantoja, the champion at flyweight. So he's fighting Joshua Van, who's number one at flyweight. And Joshua Van, I know you and me haven't watched too much of the flyweight division, but with Joshua Van, it's interesting because he beat Brandon Royval, who just recently beat Brandon Moreno. And
hmm
Joshua Van, Joshua Van, however you say it, he's number one for a reason, bro. Like, he just beating Brandon Royval, is who beat Brandon Royval beat Tatsuro Taira and Brandon Moreno. So
right.
but it's it's well deserved for him. I'm happy he's getting a shot at Pantoja. But then again, it's Alexandre Pantoja, who's the champion right now at flyweight. It's Pantoja, bro. He's been on a dominant run, bro. Seeing the
Do
fights with
we
Moreno, he's a tough dude.
do we put him if he wins this fight? Do we put him on the level of DJ?
That's interesting. That's interesting. Nah, I think you'd have to put him over DJ.
Do you really? I mean, I'm not gonna go all there.
Let's let's
I'll
look
put
at the
him in the
record.
I'll put him in the conversation. I mean, you have to give him a conversation. He's been very dominant in that division. Like he has fought the who's who. It's not like he's been passing up and fighting scrubs.
Yeah.
Like I'll put him on that same level, but I don't know if I'll put him with DJ because I still think DJ could come in there and whip his ass.
Oh, probably. Nah,
So that,
yeah. I think, DJ's proven that he's like an all-time great in MMA, not just UFC in general. But I don't know. I just look at Pantoja's record they damn near got an assassin from Japan in Kai Asakura to fight Pantoja. He took him out pretty damn easy. Kai Kara France, he's a good fighter, underrated fighter. Took him out easy. Like Steve Urseg, hasn't really lived up to his potential, but he- that was a easy win for him. Brandon Royval's a dog. To get a win over Brandon Royval says a lot right now, you know. Because after Joshua Van, it'd be Brandon Royval that probably had the next shot at the title, but or Moreno, because Moreno's number two. But either way, it'd be one of those guys. Uh, beat Brandon Moreno twice. Oh, he did beat Brandon Royval twice. Like, yo, this man Pantoja's beating everyone. Like, like
yeah,
Monel Cop. Like, goddamn, Alex Perez. Alex Perez is whatever, but still,
yeah, but it's like, but really, it sucks. He's a great fighter, but fucking that weight class is so trash.
yeah. They got
It's
guys
so
like those
like
guys have heart, but that's about it.
right. They're all good fighters. Just no one's paying attention to them because of the weight class. Nobody's really put in any like that. It's so that division is so weak in fighters. So it's like nobody's paying attention, and that's why they are the last card of the ESPN deal.
Yo, I
So,
love that you made that point before too, because that makes all the fucking sense in the world about this card. It
yeah,
really
because if you
does.
really let's be real honest. You see the Coleman, the main event of Coleman, would anybody really buy this, or
Nah.
want this card? Like you just started a new big ass deal with Paramount. You're not gonna put that shit out. This is a fight. Let's be real honest. This is a fight night card at best.
Yo, the last fight night was a better card than this, to be real with you,
Uh,
yo.
this is
Like Dan
basically
Hooker versus Arman, like that's better.
what
Ian Gary versus Bilal, like those are
like
names, yo.
the disrespect ESPN is trying to like in UFC are doing right now, just to make everybody pay $90 for this piece of shit card.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It
Yeah.
is wild. Well, I want to show you one more thing though with Joshua Van, right? Um, obviously we just talked about him beating Brandon Royval. That's an important win to have. Beat Bruno Silva. The other guys, not big names, but it's been on like a nice like 5-win streak. But look at the strikes landed per minute. He lands 8.86 strikes per minute. That's pretty damn that's the highest so far of the main card fighters that we've looked at.
Yeah, but for me, I get that part. But how much? How what are the percentage of it being significant strikes? 8 punches. How many are they? Or eight strikes? Yeah, 8 strikes. How many are there? Fucking significant. Because they these motherfuckers they like to tap each other, and it's called a strike.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, even here it says SLPM means significant strikes landed per
Oh,
minute. But I get what you mean though. Like, is it really gonna be like hard shots? Because they do kind of
yeah,
they do that. Like sometimes they just count like bullshit
yeah,
punches as
really.
strikes. But nah, like I honestly like from what I've seen from Joshua Vaughn, uh especially seeing in the Brandon Royval fight, like he's a guy that's going for counters. He kind of fights like and he keeps it on the feet. Obviously, you see he keeps it on the feet mostly.
Hmm.
But he reminds me of like Juan Manuel Marquez where like he's not as smart. Obviously not as smart as Marquez because Marquez is a very smart fighter. But Joshua Van
You're
is a
talking about
counter
the
puncher.
boxer?
Yes, I'm talking about the boxer.
Oh,
And the reason
okay.
I'm making a comparison is because
Right,
they both will take a shot to counter you with like three hard ones.
right,
And that's as deep as Joshua Van's game goes, and it's not like he'll take almost too many shots to land those few shots, but
right,
he lands them hard. He lands them hard. And Pantoja, we know Pantoja takes a lot of shots.
right,
And he's like a sponge. Like he could take a lot of fucking shots and still keep going. And he'll always have that advantage over you in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu and in the strike well, in the ground game and you know the submissions. But like Joshua Van could get a good shot on him. I think Joshua Van could have impact on his strikes against Pantoja, like we haven't really seen. Because Kyle
hmm,
Sakura, like, yeah, he was a dynamic striker, but not like really a cerebral counter striker. And not saying Joshua Van is too cerebral, but cerebral enough to land a fucking hard counter hook on you that you don't expect. And he did drop Brandon Royval in that last round and almost took him out. So I could see him dropping Pantoja. I do kind of see him dropping Pantoja. But then the problem is once you drop Pantoja, now you're in his world.
right.
So that's where it's gonna go wrong for Joshua. Um, Now this is like a lot of people were comparing Cejudo and Talbot to like Sean Brady and Michael Morales as far as like a wrestler versus a striker. And people are thinking Talbot can like outstrike Henry Cejudo and put him away the same way Morales did to Brady. Um, for Pantoja and Vaughn though, like I don't really see I don't I kind of see I kind of see this more like how can I say it? Like this is more like a Sean Brady and Morales kind of scenario. But the difference is Pantoja will get past that first round. If y'all remember when I did my prediction on Sean Brady and Morales, it was contingent on Sean Brady getting out the first round, which he didn't. So
Right,
So this time, I think Pantoja has he's a type of caliber fighter that he will get past the first round, and then he'll get a rear naked choke on Joshua Van because that seems to be his favorite submission nowadays. And I think it's gonna be fun for a round, and then Pantoja's gonna take him out in a second with a rear naked choke.
so you're saying under 3 rounds,
No, two.
under
Oh,
two
I
rounds?
told you. I did tell you two. No, I did tell you three before, but I changed
Right.
it to two. I
Damn.
changed it to two.
Oh, wow.
I just don't think Joshua Van, yeah, like I don't think he can make it to the third round against Pantoja. I had to really rethink it, and I'm like, nah, I think Pantoja's gonna take him out quicker than that.
Shit, everybody got this in by decision. You're going fucking 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think Pantoja can do it because I don't see Van really having anything to answer with his submission game. And I do, like I said, I think it will go to the ground because Van will drop him, but then Pantoja will weather the storm and get him out of there. I've been wrong before, but Pantoja's a little different, yo. He's a little different, so I'm gonna go with that.
Well, yeah, Pantoja is definitely a little different. I don't know about 2 rounds. I mean, I'm giving Van a little more credit than you are. So, um,
Which is fair.
I don't know. I feel like, hmm, I feel like this is gonna go by decision. Just simple. I think they're just gonna stand up through the whole fight. I don't think he's gonna take him to the ground. I don't think Van wants to go to the ground. I think it's just gonna be a stand-up battle. I think
If it
Van's gonna try to
stays
keep
on the
the.
feet, I think Van his chances go way up in winning, and he
They
might
do,
actually
but
beat him.
they do, but the problem is if it goes the problem is that has Van never fought 5 rounds.
Oh, this
It's a
is gonna be
different. It's
5.
the 5 round fight. It's not 3. So those championship rounds make a fucking difference. When especially when you're usually used to going 15 minutes, not 25.
Hmm.
So I think this is Pantoja's no matter what way. I just have a feeling it's going to go by decision.
Pantoja
So
decision.
yeah, I think they're gonna just stand up. Van's not gonna go to the ground. Van don't want to go to the ground. Pantoja is not gonna force him to go in the ground.
Yeah, he's not.
So for me, it just is gonna be a stand up battle. So it's gonna go 5 rounds unless someone gets knocked the fuck out.
Now that's a decent read because like Pantoja doesn't have like spectacular takedowns. He kind of just
Nope.
like tries to lift your leg up and get you down. Like, and it works sometimes. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right on that end. But yeah, yeah, Pantoja, man, he's too dominant. And it is at the point where you do think about like matching him up with DJ, even though DJ's retired. Like that's one that would be pretty interesting to see. Just like GSP and Khabib, we should have seen. I really think GSP and Khabib should have happened, yo. That would have been a interesting.
Yeah, but UFC don't want that.
Nah. And that's GSP. GSP kind of he kind of deserves that because you beat Bisbing. Kind of everyone kind of thought you were gonna win that, and then you promised that you'll defend the title. Then you retire again just to fuck with Dana White. Like that's like GSP kind of yeah he kind of
Yeah,
messed
he
that up
was.
for himself,
Hmm.
and it could be retired. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
well, yeah, he wasn't gonna. Well, I was that he wasn't gonna fight.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, not to call Khabib a coward, but I don't think he would have like
I don't think it's a
made
coward
his.
thing. I think it's just more like he's trying to honor his father. I think that I mean everybody knows that if his father never passed, he would have fought.
Yo, that's the what if. That's the what if his dad was still around. That's definitely what if. But I've been super critical of Khabib, to be honest.
Really?
I've called him the Ben Askren of the UFC.
What the hell? What the hell he did to you?
Yo, I don't think it's that disrespectful. But like if you go
Ben
on
Asterix?
yo,
Come
I
on.
mean, think about it. Ben Askren was undefeated in Bellator. Nobody could fuck with him in Bellator with that grapple
Oh my
heavy
God,
style.
it's Bellator, my dude.
It's just a comparison. I'm not saying like it's like a
That's
one
like
not a
you
one
know
to
what
one. It's not a one to one comparison, I should say. It's more like a compare and contrast kind of thing. Like Ben Askren is down here, Khabib is up here, but they're in like the same column. Am I making sense?
No, you're not. Hell no. That's like comparing Michael Jordan to somebody in the fucking college basketball.
All right, we could do that. See, I don't know who's hot right now in college ball, but when Zion was doing his thing, where was he at Duke?
Okay.
When
Duke, yeah.
Zion was doing his thing, you could have been like, "Yo, he's like the Michael Jordan of the
Yeah. And
NCAA."
that's a perfect example because once Zion got into the NBA, this nigga's trash.
Yeah, yeah, yo.
Oh,
Has Zion been playing? Is he still
he's
injured?
hurt.
Like,
He just got injured. He's out for 3 weeks.
bro, I took a shot in the dark to say if he was injured, just because I know he's injured a lot and
He's
fucking
injured prone. He's trash, just like fucking Ben Askren. Always injured, fucking trash.
just like Ben. Yo.
So that was a
That's fair.
perfect exact example right there.
Nah, that's funny. Yo, we might even that might even be a funny clip right there. But honestly, I like how we did the clips last time where I had JDM and you had Makhachev for UFC
Hmm.
322. And that's the last fight we're gonna cover. Which is almost the easiest fight to cover, like for me, honestly. And these are two fighters that I really respect. Merab Dvalishvili, bantamweight champion, versus Petr Yan, number 3 at bantamweight.
Hmm.
Yo, Petr Yan's a dog, yo. Petr Yan is a dog. Like
Oh,
he's
you need to stop. Are we really fucking gonna make this look like something bigger? This motherfucker is gonna get his ass whooped once again. Now the point, the problem with this theory is the over
I
under is
tried.
50. Is if the over and under is 50 takedowns, all right? Because last fight it was 49. So let's put that's the real bet. Is he going to go hit 50?
Was it really hold on. All right, no, I believe you. I just want to see it for myself.
I believe it's
Cause
40. It was some crazy takedown
it's
attempts.
definitely something crazy.
It's look at takedown attempts. That's all he did do the whole fight. Let him up, take him down. Let him up, take him down. It was like 10 per round or some
Oh,
shit.
whoa, shit. I mean, 11, even like I see here, yo, Merab actually outstruck him 147 to 75. Holy shit, yo. I gotta rewatch that fight because I was watching some of it, but god damn, I didn't notice he outstruck Petr Yan that much. And it was 11 to 1 in the takedown. God damn, yeah,
Oh, some shit.
there's not much to talk about,
Yeah,
like
it was 11 takedowns, but how many takedown attempts?
oh, takedown attempts. I don't know. I guess we'd have to
It was
click
like it
the
was I think it was like 49 or 50. It was a 48, 49. He had 49 takedown attempts.
see
Like he would not like he did not let this nigga breathe whatsoever.
hit strikes. Damn, I'm trying to find it right here. No, I clicked strikes.
That's
Damn
fine.
it. We'll
Well,
find yeah, we'll I honestly, yeah, it probably was a high takedown attempt, but even just 11, getting 11 takedowns is still a whole fucking lot. Like I know Merab got a lot against, didn't he fight Jose Aldo?
he did
Oh
fight
no.
Aldo, didn't he?
Oh no, actually Aldo was against, okay, Aldo actually defended almost basically all of Merab's takedowns because if you look at their fight, there were 0 takedowns from Merab, and it went to a 3-round unanimous decision for Merab. Shit, shout out to Aldo, yo. Jose Aldo's a legend, yo. But either way, yeah, that's where we're at with this fight, where we're damn near talking about Jose Aldo instead of the actual fight, because it's like this is just Merab just making a doing a victory lap around the division again.
Well, this the only reason why this fight's happening is because this nigga wants to break the record 4 title fights in 1 year.
Oh yeah, he did want to. I think he did. Yeah, he did say
So
that. I forgot he said
this
that.
will be number 4, so he'll have the record.
Man, yo, like it was obviously, I do my analysis on fights, but this one was just so easy. It's just like it's such an easy pick, Marab unanimous decision. Maybe even like a submission in the middle of the fight somewhere, but
No, he's not gonna do that.
maybe. That's why I said maybe. But like nah, yeah, it probably won't. But we're talking about Merab, who comes from the same camp as Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling has downloaded a lot of data on Jan, and you could think, obviously that was a whole controversy with him versus
Hmm.
Aljo, but like just bringing that experience back to the training camp with Merab,
Was it
like
controversy though? He clearly won the second fight.
basically he did what John Jones did to Rampage in the first round, where Aljo had all 4 limbs on the ground, and
Mhm.
Petr Yan need him. He need him in his chin, and that's an illegal move. You can't knee
Well, I
somebody.
know that part. I know that part. But
That was
that's
the
the coach's
controversy.
fault.
That
That
was
was the
basically the
coach's fault.
controversy.
Yeah, yeah, that was the coach's fault though, because he did ask the coach, and the coach said, "Yeah, do it."
See, I missed that part. I didn't
He
hear him
didn't
talk
do it.
about him.
If you go look at it, they broke it down during the pay-per-view. Like he looks to his corner and asks him, like it's clearly his hand down. And he goes, looks at his corner and he asks him, could I do that? And they said yes, and he did it.
Oh wow, wow, yeah, that is a fuck up right in front of the corner. That's for sure. Damn,
Hmm.
I didn't realize that's how it went down. But yeah, but then Aljo beats him in a rematch, and he kind of still used him. Like honestly, like it's fucking draining to talk about that because like it's Petr Yan. We all love Petr Yan, but you
Big
know
fear. I don't do not like carry on.
I do, yo. He's pretty damn nice, yo. He's a good striker, and he has good judo trips and stuff. But none of that is gonna work against Merab. Merab is just gonna do what he did against him in the first fight, outstrike
Hmm.
him, go for the legs, have like fucking 49 takedown attempts. He's gonna out cardio him, outwork him, and it's just gonna be another easy win for Merab. And yeah, after this, like Merab almost has nowhere to go. Because what's the point of beating Song Yadong? Like, what's the point of even fighting him? You might as well just move on from the division or something, or
Too
try to.
small. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. And he has that same. Tank has that problem. Javante Davis has that problem. Well, Javante Davis has a lot of problems. Let me put it that way. But
Yeah,
one of them is that he's very short, and that him going up to
doesn't make
147 is
sense.
just it's just too much. It's too much. But I think Tank could fight Conor Ben. I think that would be like
Think retired.
I know Tank
He
retired.
ain't fighting anytime soon,
I
except
know.
for the judge and not to go to prison.
Bro, if he would have just fucking gave us a few more fights, I would have been happy with Tank, but honestly, Tank is an asshole. And yeah,
Hmm.
that's a whole nother fucking sport right there. But
And my boy will say to your face. So if you're hearing this podcast, Tank, come see my boy. He'll say it right to your face. I got you.
yeah, honestly, yo, he wouldn't be happy. He wouldn't be happy if he clicked on my YouTube channel because I definitely made a video of like 20 minutes long calling him a coward. So,
There you go.
yeah, he wouldn't like me, but neither would Khabib because I called him the weakest goat and the Ben Askren of the UFC. So,
Hmm.
yeah, so I got some smoke with them too. Uh, and Dana White too. I'm creating smoke with people by accident. I'm just keeping it real, and this is, people don't like the real. So, is what it is. And to keep it even more real, Merab is gonna wash him, bro. It's gonna be unanimous decision against Petr Yan. Petr Yan just can't do it, bro. It's just they gotta wait for Merab to leave the division. That's the only hope for anybody in this division, bro. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Like,
Oh,
it's
I
gonna
agree.
be the I think it's gonna be the weakest fight on the card, and hopefully I'm wrong. And maybe Petr Yan will come with something different, but I doubt it. It's gonna be the weakest fight of the card, and it's gonna be an easy night for Marab.
Definitely the weakest fight in the main event. Definitely it's gonna be a 5 round board. So I mean, hopefully you guys can steal it on TikTok or fucking online somewhere and not pay $90 for this piece of shit card because that main event is not going to be exciting at all.
$90, yo, that's steep. I'm so glad
Well,
this
it's
is the
like,
last pay-per-view event.
hmm can't wait to talk about the next card. Is the card like everybody should be marking their calendar when we discuss that one because that's going to be an interesting card.
What's with 324? I think 324 and 325 are like back to back, like week to week, right?
Not sure what it is, but I know 324 it has the big card, the big names for the
I
first
mean,
Paramount Plus card.
oh, it's gonna be fun, yo. It's gonna be fun. But I just want to see, I could be wrong. I just want to check that real quick. I think they're gonna be like back to back. No, UFC 24 is gonna be January 24th. Well, before we do that, UFC 23 is a Saturday, so go, check that out. But as far as UFC, God damn it. Yeah, UFC 324 is January 24th, and then let's check UFC 325 real quick before we end off with this parlay. UFC 325 is going to be January 31st.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Just a week apart, yo. That's crazy. That's big. I don't think that's ever happened before, has it?
No, not this soon.
Paramount's bringing that money, yo. They're bringing that bag, yo.
Well, I mean, all the TKO boxing, fucking UFC, slap fighting, big shit. Paramount Plus is coming hard.
Oh yeah, they're inheriting all of that basically, huh?
Hmm.
Well, shoot, it's we're gonna get this pay-per-view event out the way, and yeah, then we're going on to greener pastures. It sounds like for a while I was kind of worried about that Paramount deal. We talked about it a little bit last time, I think,
Hmm.
but nah, honestly, yeah, this might be good, yo. This might be good. We'll see. And then you got Zuffa boxing. You heard about Zuffa boxing?
Yeah, that's what I meant. TKO, Tufa, same shit.
I mean, but they're probably getting. Oh no, because WWE, they're not gonna. Nah, then WWE, they wouldn't take in TKO because then that would be a little bit more complex deal. But they're definitely gonna take in Zuffa boxing, so that'll help. That'll
Hmm.
which would be fun. I made a video about that on my channel too on Dolo Ren, on my YouTube channel, about Zuffa boxing. Like to give you the quick gist of it right now is like basically I think Zuffa boxing is good for like coming up boxers. Like if you're trying to like make some money, make some real money, not get like paid absolute dog shit. Because they're offering like 5K a fight for like unranked fighters.
That's how it
And
is right now. That's how it is in the UFC now.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically they're giving them like UFC pay and UFC structure. And
Hmm.
that's better, yo, because I've been in boxing gyms. I've talked to boxers. I'm sure you know some boxers too.
Hmm.
And they don't get paid shit for like when they're coming up, bro. Like,
Yeah, but you also realize they take that. The problem is with that deal that you take that deal, you're gonna go on the pay structure of UFC, meaning the time of making 10 million a fight or 30 million a fight is gone.
there's a ceiling.
Yep, you're in a cap, and it's not like a very big cap.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the pay structure of what? John Jones don't make that much. John Jones make 8, 9 million. He's bitching to get 9 million. Fucking look at if you look at you fight Jake Paul, you're making a 50, 60 million.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're viewing it that way, it's kind of there's pluses and minuses. You're gonna get TV recognition. You're gonna get opportunities to be seen, but you're signing yourself to the devil with that deal because that 15 like you break that you make 15,000 or 5,000 whatever it is. You break that shit down, it ain't that's chump change. By the
Yeah.
time you pay your gym, by the time you pay your agent, by the time you pay your coaches, well, $15, I mean 5,000, whatever the fuck it was. What does that really give you?
Well, no, I agree with you. It's not a lot of money. And
Mm-hmm.
and then the ceiling is a lot lower.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be less, less money in their pockets. But
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that UFC does that is cool that I think they'll do with Zuffa boxing, like I heard that I gotta verify this, but I heard that UFC covers all injury, like they'll cover the expenses for any like real bad
Yeah, well,
injury
that's
for you.
everybody, but that's why you guys you in being insured. That's everybody gets that.
I don't think top ranked fighters get that.
Top rank fan get that because they have to, in order to get to the fight, you have to insure. You have to insure the event. So UFC Super pays for your shit if you get injured on the fight. They don't pay for your shit if you injure yourself in training camp and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so UFC, if you get fucked up, that's why do you think people fight injured?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So if they're injured and keep the fight, they got insured. They're insured. They took the
That,
fight, and now
yeah.
whatever nagging injuries you had is all taken care of because they can't prove it that you didn't get that injury during the event. You're
Damn.
welcome. You guys,
Nah,
I'm just
yeah, good
going.
looks. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I didn't see, and maybe Top Rank does do that as well as like as far as
You
in
have
fight
you
insurance.
have you have to insure the building if they're doing it at the Barclays Center or whatever. you need to insure the building. So you process all like fighters process their how did you get when you go to the hospital and they're asking how did you get hurt or whatever, what happened? I was fighting at such and such. So
So
they're
okay,
insured.
yeah, so that's not even like that much of a benefit as I was giving it. But like, I mean,
No.
no, that's good. That's good on clarity on that. I'm glad I got that clarity. But like in the video, I did kind of give Zuffa Boxing a little props, like, it's decent money for a coming up boxer or whatever. But like the bad side and another good side was like, the promotion machine, you might get some more followers on Instagram and stuff with UFC or whatever. You might do an interview with Nina or some shit. But the bad side that I was really focusing on, and you brought up some good points, like, because there is that ceiling, and then what they're offering isn't really all that exclusive. But I think the real bad side to Zuffa Boxing is like their ties to like s- like there's like a public trust fund in Saudi Arabia that's like been behind like terrorist attacks. And I get into it in the video, but yeah, it's really shady business like with Turkey Al Sheikh. I don't like Turkey Al Sheikh really. I really like what he's done for boxing and what he's gonna do with Dana White. It's cool, but like I just don't really I there's just it's just shady. It's kind of shady business to me. There's just really shady business on that and I don't trust it. So yeah, like considering your point with what I'm saying as well, yeah, maybe you should probably stay away from Zuffa boxing. But
Listen,
hey,
they're
they
gonna they're
some
gonna
good
they're
fights,
gonna
right?
buy they're gonna buy UFC, TKO in general. Like that's gonna happen within the next 2 years. So be prepared for that.
Oh, you mean they're gonna completely absolve the UFC company, you think?
Yeah, them Arabs, that's just gonna be fucking. They're gonna own that shit.
Oh shit. That might be the end game. That probably is the end game.
Oh, they got their hands into wrestling. They got their hands in the UFC. Started and they're not stupid. They started this shit during COVID. UFC needed a spot to fucking do their fucking events. Guess where they went? To the fucking Fight Island. Who helped build that?
Oh, that was over there. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been having their hands in the cookie jar for a while now. They're just waiting.
Oh
And
shoot.
TKO is just trying to maximize their dollars as we speak. That's why prices are record high. They're trying to cut their like get out of debt. So when they sell, they're gonna sell at a record level to them people, to the Saudis, and they're gonna get off the game. There's a reason why they're trying to take all this.
Yo, that's pretty damn good perspective. I might have to clip that in like a follow-up video for Zuffa Boxing. I think you just inspired a follow-up video for that, yo.
Yeah, I mean, look at they got their hands due for boxing. Do you think Dana White got the money? Who you think got Dana White is just a figurehead for it. It's the Saudis helping them do that, and they're blatantly telling you they're doing it. They don't care. Same thing with the UFC. Like it's all like slot boxing. They got their hand in the cookie jar. Eventually, they're gonna be like, "Why do I just buy it and just be
Wow.
done with it? I can own it." Which they're getting to the point where as today's society, guess what? We're used to that now. We're getting used to that. Like if you look at let's look, I know we don't talk about wrestling, but look at wrestling, the Royal fucking Rumble and WrestleMania. I have all the fucking if you asked me 5 years ago or 10 years ago, if WrestleMania was gonna get outside of America, the last motherfucking place I'm gonna think is in Saudi.
Hmm.
Right? And that's where they're going.
Wow.
Like they're doing their major events there. They're not fucking stupid. They're gonna get bought. They're just plotting. And it's like you're seeing this, all the signs are saying combat sports, anything combat entertainment, Saudis are gonna own it. Just like how they try to take over golf, they're gonna take over the MMA world.
Oh
And
yeah, they do got their hands in the soccer and golf thing too.
yeah, and but the good but the hard thing they with golf you can't go. They'll try to go against PGA because they know they can't buy that. In soccer, they try to go against FIFA. You can't buy that.
Yeah.
But MMA, MMA can get bought.
Yeah,
Wrestling,
that's crazy. They seeing Dana as like a fish in the water, yo.
it's not even that. He just owns a little percentage. He don't own a lot. He ain't the owner.
Right.
He's
No,
just
you're
the
right.
face.
You're right.
Like he now he sees that. Well, all right, I can buy MMA. UFC is MMA. I can buy
Yo.
WWE. WWE is wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I can buy that. I
Oh
can't
shit.
buy anything else. So
That's ill, yo. That's really ill if you think like, like Turkey's partnering up with Dana, and then eventually he might be, if Dana still chooses to be with
Dana,
UFC, he'll be telling Dana
Dana's
what to
gonna always
do.
nigga. The money talk shit walks. Dana's gonna. You give this motherfucker a percentage, he's gonna stay and bark, nigga. It's about money for this motherfucker.
Wow.
Let's be real honest. Dana White stayed. The Fertitta brothers bounced. Dana White stayed for a percentage. Fucking when what's it? Once the new owners goes away, you give him a percentage again, a bigger piece of the pie. He's gonna stay. That's how it works. Dana White is fucking UFC. As long as he's the face, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
That's it.
They'll
That's
keep
it.
him as a
Yeah.
facing.
Take Dana White away and gave it to the Saudis, you're gonna get a fucking backlash. Keep Dana White as the face of the fucking UFC, nobody's gonna say a goddamn word. They ain't stupid. They know that. Fucking, you got dumb rednecks right now down in the south thinking Dana White owns the UFC. I bet. So, like, let's be real.
Word. Word, yo. Nah, that's
That's your
gold, yo.
that's your conspiracy of the day, people.
MMA conspiracy. Nah, that's an awesome one, honestly, yo. That's an awesome
Mhm.
one. Because that makes complete sense.
You'll see within 5 years. 5 years. That's it. The Paramount deal makes sense. Paramount deal is a 5 year deal. Guess what? If Paramount, this deal goes great as they're expecting. Bigger contract, bigger deals. Then time to get sold.
Sheesh. That PI Institute is gonna be in Dubai.
They already have one in Dubai.
Oh, they have one in. Oh God.
Nigga, it's Fight
Okay,
Island. They
word.
have their own little structure bullshit. That's where all the
Oh, they got a
fucking
PI with that. Yeah, that makes sense that they would have
yeah,
a training facility.
all the Russians, all of them fucking fight there. They all train there.
Wow.
They don't hear none of that shit. They don't hear none of Khabib and them being trained. They all train. That's why all the Saudi cards, all the Russians fight in Saudi. Always.
Oh
You
no,
always have a
yeah.
fucking like they're always there training.
Man, I didn't even think
There
of
you
that.
go. Well,
Sheesh. Yo,
there
we'll
you
see
go.
how it goes, yo. I mean,
Yep.
damn. Like that, if that's the end game, then shoot, it's gonna be a wild ride, and we're gonna hear a lot about it in the news. But as far as pay-per-view numbered events, UFC 323, that's it, man. That's it. And we gave y'all our picks, but to go over it again, and my parlay is easy. Just go for the money line. I tell y'all always, just go for the money line. Easy pick, easy, not too much of a risk. But just to go over it one more time, Merab, unanimous decision win. Pantoja, round two submission, but you could just go for the money line to win. Cejudo, unanimous decision. Taira, unanimous decision. Guskov, before I probably said round two KO, but like on here as we recorded, I think I said round three KO or something like that. But you could just put him for a win, and that's my picks, yo. That's my picks. Jose, I know you had like an undercard parlay too, but um,
I had a mixture of who like top five fights I think are I put a five parlay where I think is your best shot at winning and all five can hit with the best odds of making money. I forgot what I sent you. I think it was like plus 1,000 or some shit like that or 900.
yeah.
That
Well,
those are like mixed with undercards and main cards, kind of like for
yeah,
people that likes to watch the undercards, kind of get them psyched up for the card and shit like that. And then I put my other parlay wasn't that big, wasn't big. I think it's plus 400 or some shit of the five. If you parlay the five
yep,
matches in the main card, so forgot
yeah.
what that put.
That
So
one is a plus 714. And like we're gonna, if you go on the Productive Conversations podcast social media page like on X, Instagram. We're gonna post that up for y'all to see our parlays. You'll see that, and then you could decide from there. But yeah, bro, like this is a this is a good this is a good analysis uh that we did some good predictions here, bro, and you opened my eyes
Yeah.
to some stuff. But like I'm stuck with my picks, man. It's solid, it's concrete, and that's what I'm going with, bro. But that Blachowicz fight, man. Blachowicz could win it, yo. I kind of low key hope he does, but I just don't think so. So hopefully, hopefully you're right on that one. Cause I don't want to see I don't want to see Blachowicz lose. But other than that, yo, like yeah, I'm ready to wrap it up right there, man. I'm
Yes,
ready to
sir.
watch these fights on Saturday, bro.
Well, after that conspiracy conversation, we just literally just how it is. You got nowhere else to go but down from there.
Basically, yeah, shit might get real muddy in the future.
Hmm.
But until then, bro,
All
we're gonna
right, Kit.
keep doing these fights and predicting them.
Yes, sir.
Jose, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for
I
coming on again.
appreciate you, Kit. Yeah, thank you.
What time is it? Yeah, we did go pretty late this time, so we'll wrap it up here, yo. It's Productive Conversations podcast. It's Dolo Ren. It's Jose. We back at it, and yeah, we'll come to y'all on the next one,
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
talk to y'all soon.
See ya.